Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild War stream, week 70, day 6. So today, of course, we're going to be doing Yellow Guild War, one of the slightly easier days, so as I say that, hopefully we don't completely fail, but we'll likely just use the Divinish Bola Quill and combo, one of the better options that we of course have for today. Other than that, we're of course going to be going over a bunch of spoilers. We have new event week coming next week. The other video, I will be having the 2 summary videos up. I've been meaning to post them for a while, but they're mostly just going to be the recap of the last 2 weeks. But starting tomorrow, we will be back on actually doing Monday event videos on Monday. Gasp. But yeah, the one tomorrow will actually be on time. The other ones will be up just kind of recapping the other weeks. But this week's Lunar New Year's, too. So we actually are getting a Battle Crasher this Friday that will be going for the weekend. I forget what resource it's giving. Probably like Glory or something. But we're going to have that because of Lunar New Year. We also have a new pet this Wednesday because of Lunar New Year. And, of course, we have some troops coming in. Also, we might be having a new patch. 4.75. We don't have an official date. It could be tomorrow or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday. No official date. But it does seem very likely that it will occur this week. It did end up occurring this most recent week because of Guild War. And there might be some amount of troop balance in it that will make it so they didn't want to do it during a Guild War. Generally, they try to prevent or try to avoid having event weeks like that come out during Guild Wars. But anyways, let's go over all the troops. Also, does this sound okay? I feel like every single time I keep moving the mic, it changes. But no, it's fine. But anyways, so first troop. This one is a pretty standard invasion troop. Deals damage to an enemy. Boosted by Submerge allies at a, what's his boost ratio? It doesn't say. At a 4 times boost ratio, so every single Submerge ally is 4 additional damage, which could be as high as 20 if it's fully ascended. And if they are a tower, just does a standard amount of extra damage. So really pretty much nothing as far as his additional benefit, since it is very rare that you're going to have a lot of Submerges on your team. Not to mention he doesn't have any Submerge for himself, which is kind of weird that he doesn't like Submerge himself after doing his ability or something. Though then again, Submerged things do not boost ratio off of themselves anyway, so I guess that would kind of be slightly redundant, but still given the Submerge mechanic nonetheless. But anyways, yeah, overall, pretty lackluster invasion troop, but you're still likely going to use them, just because 5 times damage. It also has 25% spell reduction going for it, and a standard amount of additional skull damage, of course. As far as the Glory troop, though, the one that you'll be able to get in Ultraverse, it explodes your gems, gains a bunch of life, boosted by blue allies at a 2 times boost ratio. That one I do recall, even though it doesn't say it there. It says it right there, 2 times boost ratio. And that's not going to do too much either. You're not going to have that many Submerges on your team to... oh, sorry, wrong one. You're not going to have too many Submerges on your team to be able to boost ratio off of. But it also gets the Submerge and Barrier itself. So this one actually gets to Submerge itself. So that's nice. But yeah, oh, sorry. I just mixed matched the 2 of them together. That is not what it does. It explodes your gems, gains a bunch of life boosted based on blue gems destroyed at a 2 times boost ratio, and then Submerge and Barriers itself. That's weird. I like half read one ability while half reading the other. But it's basically, it's almost like one of the Golem troops actually. Well, not exactly, but it has a single explode into a life gain to make it tankier, and it's 25% score reduction to synergize with that. I feel like this isn't really going to be used that much, as there are much better tanks out there. But it's still a thing. But it's going to be pretty lackluster and likely a completely irrelevant troop. It's probably going to be for extra gold next week, though. So if you can use it for extra gold, it's going to be pretty useful. Something like souls, you could pretty much just ignore it. And after that week, it's never going to be used again. Other than that, we are going to be getting a new weapon. It's similar to all the other weapons we've been getting lately. It's a red-yellow double creation weapon. It's based on Merfolk. Merfolk does have quite a few troops, though. So that's something to consider. Merfolk has almost the entirety of Merlantis, as well as a few good options like Megavore from Blackhawk and a few others mixed around here and there. But a pretty nice bonus. You end up creating blue and brown too, which are really good for Merfolks. And red-yellow will fill a little bit of a hole. I believe red in particular, a lot of Merfolks don't tend to have because they're generally blue-based troops and not red-based. And also a lot of stuff from the faction, from not Sunken Fleet, but from Sea of Sorrows, I believe is Merfolk as well. Actually, I think the entire faction is. And that one's heavily blue and brown focused as well, so that will synergize with it. So, yeah. And it also looks like it's kind of like a shield, so it might count as a shield. So we could get that for a couple bonuses off a couple hero classes that would actually benefit from it. So overall, it seems like it could be a somewhat decent one. Probably not going to be excessively meta, but definitely above average as far as the double converters are concerned. This Friday, we're going to be having Bounty Hunter. We're also going to be getting a Battle Crasher this Friday for Lunar New Year. This is KrissTigger. I actually really love the art for it. And this gets to convert a chosen color to brown. Why on earth are we getting so much brown accumulation for Guild Wars? This is like the 4th brown creating troop we have. Oh wait, never mind, not brown. Never mind. I was thinking red. Never mind, we don't have that many for brown. I think we have like one other for brown. So never mind, yeah, that's actually nice then. But it chooses a color to convert to brown. And then there's a few that boost ratio off it though. But anyways, then barriers and submerges a random ally. So this one could be okay. Even though this is even weaker than the other troop I just mentioned that is weak. This one's going to be good, mostly because it has a board control option. It's basically like a Valkyrie or Apothecary, actually more so like Apothecary in a way. More expensive Apothecary, weaker than Apothecary, however still very similar to Apothecary. And to have something like this for Bounty Hunter should be pretty strong in the context of Bounty Hunter. And Barrier Submerge, not too many barrier options, or I don't think any Submerge options for Bounty Hunter, so that'll be a nice little addition. Not sure what real brown troop you'd want to synergize this with though, because obviously you can't go like Yagway with it, so you might need to go for a different damage source if you want to synergize it with this. But nonetheless, it will be able to create a lot of brown, and another pretty noteworthy thing about it is there's 50% score reduction with Stone Skin, so that will make it a pretty viable tank, not just for this week, but going into any other Bounty Hunter. And I definitely advise medaling this thing, as it is only a rare, and is a bounty rare, and generally those are worth going for. And this one is one that you're probably going to be using in future bounty hunters, not just this bounty hunter. So definitely worth considering maxing him out this week, or just, using him in general. But yeah, this is also going to be an interesting bounty hunter, in that this might be the most viable bounty hunter troop. Oh, you can synergize it with Takaraki. Forgot about that. But this is probably going to be the most viable bounty hunter troop outside of bounty hunter, due to the fact that it's basically Apothecary with barrier. It doesn't have cleanse though, like Apothecary, and Apothecary is still going to be better than it in like 95% of instances. But still, nonetheless, it's kind of like an Apothecary, just slightly different. And other than that, that was everything, because that was the other troop that's coming. The Battle Crasher that's coming this Friday. I don't think we currently know what resource it's for until it happens. Let me go double check, because I knew we were getting one. It was right over here, Battle Crasher. Yes, we don't currently know what the bonus will be, but it's going to be that rat thing. It's the rare rat from Dark Pits, if I'm not mistaken. But nothing too special there. It's just we'll get some extra resources, probably glory or something. Who knows? Maybe they'll do 1 gem. No, I highly doubt it. That'd be a lot of gems if they do. They might do something special with it since it's Lunar New Year's. The other New Year's. And other than that, that's pretty much everything. Class event will be for Merlantis, which makes sense. Given that it's the event week. Pet, oh yeah, pet, I did mention this earlier, but we're of course getting a new pet, the Pet of Fortune. It's fully cosmetic. It's the 20 Lunar New Year pet. It's just going to be the rat since it's the year of the rat this year, which is why we got a boar pig thing last year for last year's Lunar New Year. Faction's going to be the Fangmoor. Oh good, I might go max out Fangmoor. We could go max out Fangmoor into Dark Pits. I actually need both of those to get 1+1 magic once we get another faction. Our gem stack is going to go like all the way down to 20,000, but I think it's going to be worth it. So this Tuesday, expect a very long stream, because I'm probably doing the entirety of Fangmoor from 20 to 500. So expect a several hour stream. It'll probably take like 3 hours or so, 2-3 hours, probably closer to 3, because I'm probably going to use rush method for most of it. Otherwise, it would take even longer than that. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So that's what we have planned for next week as far as everything. Oh, that and next patch. Next patch, we don't know exactly the dates, but there is a good chance it's coming. Also, one thing that's pretty funny is I'm at 22,975 gems, and Malin from my guild ends up giving us 25 gems through one of those little gift things. So those 25 gems just placed us exactly at 23,000 gems, which I find pretty funny. But yeah, 23,000 on the dot. I didn't even try doing that. It just happened to fall that way. But yeah, that kind of worked out perfectly. There we go, 23,000 gems. So expect that to go down very, very sharply soon, since not only did we spend a lot for this faction, we're going to be spending it again this Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday, we're also going to be spending it. So we're going to be really low on gems. Vault event's on the 31st, though. Also, I do not need to go to that court hearing, luckily. So, unless something changes. But as it currently stands, I will not need to on the 31st. So that's going to be nice. So we can actually go do all 3 bounty hunter days And this will be the first bounty, or not the first bounty hunter, but I've missed 2 of the last 3 bounty hunters. So we really need to catch up this bounty hunter and grind like crazy, especially with how far we're going to be reducing down our gem stack. Like, we'll be at like 20,000 gems by the time bounty hunter gets around here. But anyways, enough chatting. Let's go to Guild Wars. Of course, Yellow Guild War today. We're probably just going to be running standard Divinish Bala into Quillen. Still been one of the better combos to be using. I'm just using this with Doomed Axe and Gorgultha. A few other ways you could roll with it. This is just personally the way I like running with it. And we're doing a Priest Hero class because it gains a bunch of additional yellow. And this team obviously needs a lot of yellow, given that it is pure yellow. Other than that, I guess I need to go change up my things. I forget what I'm currently set to. I think I either want HP, attack, or... I think I want attack. Let's go set to pure attack right now. So go attack, 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 or HP I was going to say. Oh no, or magic, I don't know. We could go either, pretty much any stat other than armor would probably work here. As long as we don't go 20% start, because we already pretty much have all the start we need. But we'll go attack just because we're running a bunch of skull spam. Pressure them a little bit more. We already have pretty high durability because the vines and pure yellow already gets a bit of durability in combination, as you can see there. So that's already covering some durability, so we don't necessarily need to go out of our way for even more. But yeah, let's get into it, see how it goes. Double check one last time. Yep, it is indeed yellow gems. Looks like we're beating them right now, but they haven't done all their battles yet. However, even based on the difference, we're still beating them pretty hard, actually. Also, I'm not sure when 27 out of 30 takes place. We're a little bit low, but that's mostly because we're missing 3 people. So that's going to spike up as soon as 27 out of 30 takes place. So it seems to just trigger on the very last day. That's kind of weird, because whatever you see on the leaderboard the entire time is not actually true then. If that is the case. I don't know, we'll see exactly what happens with it. But we shouldn't actually be that low. Because it just seems that low because we're missing a few people. Or we were at the beginning of the week. Now we have a full guild. But we didn't when the week started. Which made our score look a little bit lower for that reason. Unless that does incorporate 27 out of 30, but I highly doubt it. I don't think we're losing that badly. Let's see. Because we beat out 2 guilds. Both of which were higher than us as well. Let's see. Also, we're probably going to beat out this day too, so we beat half our days. What do we take here? Ideally yellow. Yellow and brown. 2 biggest things we want to be seeing at this beginning board. Only real big issue with this setup, for how we're running it right now, is we have a really slow start if we don't get a good board. Oh, what do we even take here? Should probably go for that yellow. Yellows are so useful with this build. So much so that if they deny yellow, that is also a little bit annoying. Also, I just realized he's running key team. I don't think I've ever seen someone run key team in Guild Wars. Actually, I have before. But it's very rare. It is not something you normally see. Okay, we should be able to get rolling now. So we'll do this. That'll give us Quillen. Only problem with getting Quillen right now is I can't actually get rolling off of Quillen. Because the mana he feeds is going to be red. Which just feeds into himself. So I almost just want to take more mana here. Go for Skull Poke and go from there. So I'll go get the kill. He's going to egg though. But I think we just do that. He'll do his little bit of thing. We need to go get more mana. So we'll take it down that way. Gorgultha's taking a surprisingly high amount of damage though. Gotta be a bit careful. But we'll take this over to the yellow there. That will then give us the weapon. And we should be good to go off of that weapon now. We do have convert into purple, or purple to doom skulls, so we can try using that. We still don't have full mana on the Divinish Ball. I almost feel like skull distracting one last time just to get the last bit of our mana so we can now get rolling. So now we could probably just get full combo in and just win. So can we? After he just destroyed that board, probably not. Let's see. I'm going to have to do this in a weird order, but let's do that first. Ideally, we'll have this weapon on alignment right now. And the answer to that is no. And the problem is... Oh, no, we do have Quillen. So we'll go get the Quillen there. That then gives us Divinish Bala. And that then ideally gives us the Blade. Not sure we'll just take Skull there. Do we Blade? Do we need to Blade? He's already dead, but we'll still Blade because we need the mana accumulation there. That would have ended our turn, but he would have super dead regardless, even if he got a revive troop there. A bit of a slow start. I don't think there's a good Empower mana generator for this, unfortunately. It's something I kind of want to add to this team. Don't really have a place to put it over to. Too bad Gorgolfa doesn't count as Divine. That would make it go a lot quicker. Better if we could just take yellow on first board. Not having any yellow on first board with this team is a little bit annoying. We do have a really, really high purple gain. I mean yellow gain. I'm going to let him Skull Distract. So we'll take that. He did not take it the way I wanted him to, but he still took it nonetheless. We can go get full mana here. I guess I'll do it off Skull, just so he doesn't pressure us again. Nice little extra turn Cascade. Good thing I didn't let him have that. Divine Ishbala, I believe, cannot do anything at the moment, though, unfortunately. The green to yellow convert would be very useful if we could actually land, but unfortunately it cannot land. And the red one can't do it either. However, it's more important that the other one would have. I guess we could take a purple and try for a red sky at this point. Did not get it. He'll do his thing. Oh, I should double check for anti-alignment there. But if anything, that actually helps us because he creates more yellow. Not sure why he would use something that creates yellow like that, but we get a really big hit there. We do get frozen off that, which does end our turn. One interesting thing about that trait is it does trigger immediately. So if you go extra turn on it, it'll actually make it so it prevents your turn. So I believe the only instance of freeze that acts as immediately is that. That actually denies out your turn. But prior, like, normally if you trigger an extra turn prior to being frozen, it doesn't deny it. But for whatever reason with Bone Dragon interaction, it actually does deny it. It's a mechanic that's actually unique, I believe, only to Bone Dragon's final trait as far as freeze is concerned. Because I don't believe there's any other instance where it interacts that way. Even if you kill the thing that freezes you 4 times when you end up killing it, I'm pretty sure even then it doesn't end up triggering it. But I'm not 100% certain on that one. Because maybe it's just a thing. That would actually be the easiest way of testing it. You know what? I kind of want to go test that now. I kind of want to go test that immediately, actually. Before we finish out Guild Wars, I'm just so curious. Hold up. For science, I need to test this. Does this work? Let me find something I've already done the video for. We did Arc Magnus video, right? Yeah, we did the purple video the other day and had that up. Let me go replace these now that we don't need them. What was I looking for? I'm looking for... what was I looking for? I'm looking for... I forget its name. It was that one when I wasn't around, which is why I forget its name. That one, yeah. Frost Feather. Okay, so let me go a bunch of Frost Feathers, so we only need one. Set that as my defend team. And then go fight it with literally anything that has Skull Spam. Okay, so let's go fight it with a Skull Spam team. What's our best option for Skull Spam? We could have literally just used what we were already using. Sure, why not? Let's just use this, I guess. Okay. So, let me see if this actually works or what the interaction is. Last I recall, Bone Dragon is the only one that has that interaction. However, if there was anything that has the same interaction, it would be this thing. So what I want to go do here is hit an extra turn Skull while killing it simultaneously. And see what happens. Okay. Do we have Quillen alignment? So, double check. Will we get an extra turn on red? I need to deliberately not get an extra turn on red. Also, let me slow down the speed just to make sure. Where's speed? Where's speed? There it is. Let's go 0.5. Okay. So we're not going to get a red alignment, right? We shouldn't. Purple to red? No. So I want to see, do we get an extra turn here? If it interacts like Bone Dragon, the answer should be no. If it's unique to only Bone Dragon for whatever reason, then it... Okay, let's see. Oh no, we hit an extra turn. That's not what I wanted. Fail. Okay, we're going to have to test this again. Rip. Round 2. I accidentally got an extra turn on a color we weren't frozen on. So we won't be able to actually test it. Let's try it again. I need to kill it with an extra turn without... Or I need to kill it on Skull without triggering any extra turn that we're not frozen on. What am I looking for? I'm looking for myself. Defend, test. Okay, let's try this again. I should probably just use a normal Skull Spammer. Just so we don't have to deal with double convert. Oh, also, moving speed back up would be great. I want to see what this interaction is, because it will bother me until I know. Let's see, we'll take that, get a Gorgolfa. Let's see. Do we have enough damage to kill? Though it has to be extra turn skull, so I actually have to wait. Okay, Divine Ishbala is not aligned, right? Yeah, we'll do that. And then can we get a Quill and kill? Yes. However, I want to make sure we take away all the extra turns from the board, or as many as we can. Okay, now let's go turn down the speed. It should be enough to kill. Let's double check that is enough to kill. And then double check that no other extra turn will occur. So we have it right there. That's not enough to kill though. Yes it is, because we get another skull over there. No, it won't be. 2 skulls is not enough. Do we not have a third in all that mess? Apparently not. Okay, well I'm gonna have to wait it out then. Unless we do like a Divine Ishbala into it. Oh no, we'll take that for now. Because I need a double skull with an extra turn. And right now we cannot get that. So I'll take this. That brings him to kill range, but now I need brown extra turn skull alignment on it. We could also do it with red. However, we do not have alignment right now. Like, we have a skull, but I need more than just a skull. I need it to actually be an extra turn to test this properly. I should probably put it back to a higher speed. If it's going to take multiple turns to get there. Otherwise, glacially slow speed. Okay, do we not have any of them for extra turn? And I have to make sure I don't do the purple ones because it works a bit weirdly. Should have just done it was the Keeper of Souls. Would have been a lot more consistent. Because we could get skulls pretty much anywhere we feel like it. In that case. Okay, let me just keep taking random-ish moves. And, try getting alignment here. Okay, we can actually move it into alignment, but he might take the skull if I do. Which will kind of defeat the purpose. Yep, he does. Of course. Well then. Alignment, come. We need you. I must know the interaction. Let's see. We still don't have alignment. Come on. We just need an extra turn on brown. I don't want to give that to him. So is that. How many turns does it take to get an alignment? There we go. Oh no, but I have yellow alignment too. We gotta get rid of my yellow. So we'll do that. Okay. You just ruined my alignment as well. Good job. Might just be better to Gorgotha at this point, gosh. I need to make sure I don't kill him either. Yeah, we don't have brown alignment. We do this. Let him do his thing. Still don't have alignment either anywheres. I'll take that for now. Also, now we have too much of that clumped together, and I don't want to have that. Divine Ishbala still can't either. You know what? I'm just going to Gorgotha this. Please don't accidentally kill him. Good. Do we have alignment now? I wish. Come on. How hard is it going to be to get this interaction to show? I was expecting this to go way quicker. Let's see. I'll take that. Keeps denying the mana I need for the interaction as well. Please tell me that shuffle gave it to us. How does it not? Okay, we'll take that. How many turns does it take to show an interaction? It's being very unlucky with us right now. Or Gorgotha's gonna die at this rate, gosh. Or we're gonna accidentally mess it up. Okay, I'm gonna do this with Keeper of Souls. Gosh, it's gonna be way too annoying to do otherwise. To try to test. Okay, round 3. Let me go build a Keeper of Souls team real quick, I guess. Literally anything with Keeper of Souls, go. There we go. How about that? There we go. What am I trying to test? If we maintain extra turn from, if we actually get an extra turn from when we kill it or not. Because it'll be able to freeze us on death. I wanted to see if only Keeper of Souls had the interaction or if something else also had the interaction. So can I get 2 skulls anywheres? Any color can get 2 skulls. Where are you? Purple can't. Green can't. Really? All this board and we can't get 2? Fine, we'll take that. Now we can 100% kill it. And now let's go and get it onto a slower speed. Right, this was much easier. Should have done this to begin with. But, okay. So here's the question. Do we maintain an extra turn? Double check that we don't accidentally get a colored extra turn. Any worse? Okay, so do we get an extra turn or do we not get an extra turn? So far we've only taken skulls, of which we should be frozen on. So far still just skulls. Okay, we did not hit an extra turn at all. That isn't skulls. So is it our turn or is it not our turn? It is our turn. So yes, Bone Dragon, that's what I thought. That's what I said earlier, but I didn't know 100% for sure. But yeah, for whatever reason, Bone Dragon is the only troop in the entire game that has that interaction. As you can see, it's still our turn. However, if we did that to Bone Dragon, it wouldn't have been. But anyways, yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why it is, but Bone Dragon's the only troop in the game where if you take an extra turn into its ability and trigger its ability, you will lose your turn. Assuming that you were frozen on the one that triggered the ability. But if you do it on something else like that, which does almost the same thing, it doesn't actually freeze you immediately and deny your turn. Whereas with a Bone Dragon, it does. It's really weird. But it's unique only to Bone Dragon. No other troop in the entire game is like it. I just wanted to test that real quick because why not? But anyways, back to Guild Wars. That was going to bother me forever if I didn't do that, so I had to test it. There we go. The more you know. Anyways, back to Yellow Guild War. We're up against a Web Spinner. Hello, Goober. Actually, I didn't even say hello to everyone. I don't think I did. Hello. Oh, no, we're still on glacial speed. Hello, Jefferson. Hello. A good time to go say hellos. This turn's going to take 1 billion years. Hello, Jefferson. Hello, Original. Hello, Big Dog. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Captain. I already said Isabel twice. Hello, Captain. Hello, Stadium Cats. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Joseph. Hello, let's see. Hello, Matt. Thanks for posting the Discord link, Isabel. Hello to Krill. Hello, Curtis. No problem for all the videos. We'll have the Monday event video up soon. Wow, is that turn still going? You're gonna go to settings immediately to change it, but hello, Metalurse. Hello, the Joker. What will be the changes for next patch? Pretty much nothing. The main thing we're getting in next patch is seasonal adventure boards. So we might be getting one for Lunar New Year if it ends up happening on Tuesday or so. Basically what's going to happen is the leftmost task on adventure board for various holidays will be replaced with a better task. We're also going to be getting double storms. So storms that will basically have 2 storms attached to them. So for example, you could have a yellow-blue storm or a brown-red storm and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be as viable as pure color storms. However, there might be some really niche teams where having a double storm of 2 really important colors would be beneficial. But in most cases, I do feel like a single storm color will end up being better. Same reason why single mana generation troops that have a really high number are better than double mana generation troops that are kind of at an average number. Mostly because it's better to have more of a single color than multiple of different for extra turn purposes. But we'll see exactly how it pans out. But those are the biggest 2 things. Now we're going to get some troop balance, a couple bug fixes, and that's about it. It's a pretty small patch, obviously. Just a little mini patch. Nothing too big. But we will know quite a bit of information afterwards because the files will be updated. And the files will be updated pretty much all the way up to 4.3 patch or so. So we will know quite a bit more info then as far as upcoming content. We'll also probably know every last hero class that's going to be added to the game in the current format of the game after this patch, because that should be added to the files, the info for it. We still don't know what the last few will be, but we probably will soon. Let's see. Hello. Oops, I just skipped it. Hello, Analyst. Oh yeah, don't forget, level 500 Pure Faction if you still haven't gotten around to it. A faction event's still going for several more hours if you haven't already completed it. You have 5 sigils left, but only level 150 Horde, so you may need to upgrade it more. Yeah, I ended up doing it on Tier 9 upgrade with level 200. However, I feel like I breezed through it a little bit too easily with that much of a bonus. I feel like you could have done it with a little bit lower than that. Hello, Liz, Lawrence, welcome. Tina, Tesla, Reflection of Good, and Leprechaun. Mechanist class worked just fine until 500 Deathless. Nice. Yeah, sounds like it would. Tina has a lot of damage and then Tesla for the cleanup. Also, Tina creates a lot of armor that you can then use for Tesla boost ratio. Oh yeah, what was I testing for? I was just testing to see the interaction with freeze with things that weren't Bone Dragon. But yeah, Bone Dragon's the only one where if you skull into it, it will freeze you immediately, whereas the other ones don't. It's kind of weird. Bone Dragon's the only one that has that interaction, and I was just testing that. I already knew that was a thing. I just wanted to double check it. But even in the current state of the game, that is still the case. That Bone Dragon's the only one with that interaction. Not sure why they only gave it to Bone Dragon, but that is the way it is. To imagine that Bone Dragon was once the most meta troop in the game too, and had that mechanic on top of it. That mechanic's still ridiculously strong, however its ability is way weaker than what it used to be because it got nerfed into the ground, because it was once the most overpowered ability in the game, and then they over-nerfed it. But anyways, hello Goober Pie, hello Karathos Twilight, hello Jamber P. Let's see. You're drinking some 10-year-old scotch while watching the stream. Nice. Sounds like a fun time. Hello, Haley. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. And hello, all the people who are lurking who haven't been saying anything. Oh, yeah, also, I need to go change this back to normal speed. That would be helpful. I do not want this battle to take 10 years. There we go. Okay. So, let's go take a yellow over there. Grab another yellow. Let's take it with blue and a little bit other mana. And do we get rolling? I believe we do. If he could stop doing stuff, that'd be great. Don't kill our... Oh gosh, he got so close to killing that. But we should be fine, hopefully. He has a lot of submerge though, which is problematic. We're also webbed, so I can't really cast my first slot either. However, we might be fine without it. Okay, do we have alignment? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes. So we'll go for it. Do we have the kill condition? No. Yes. We can do that into Skull. And he's dead. There we go. Well, that was almost bad, but it came through. Feels like we're scoring closer to 9,400 this time around. Let's do really good on these next few. But I hope all of you've had a good weekend so far. What do we take here? Or so far, it's pretty much over. We're ending the weekend now. No! Web Spinner! Stop having so much skull damage! I'm really surprised they buffed it, Web Spinner that much. They made Web Spinner, like, absurd last year. But how much extra damage they end up giving it. Okay, do we have alignment? Because I really need a caster to do something. Yes, we do have alignment. Not sure if it's worth it, but we're doing it. Oh yeah, it was worth it. Alignment, where are you? We should have it somewhere here. I feel like we would. Take that for now. Grab her 5 times. Can we do anything with this Divine Shpala? I do not believe so. Could try getting a hit there. Quillen still doesn't have anything either. Biggest issue here, though, is Hero dies. Hero dies if we have nothing. And we currently have nothing. We could try for yellow into brown into skull. The chance we get that's absurdly low, though. That or into triple yellow sky, which is also pretty unlikely. We could take blue and try for a yellow. That might actually be our best bet. Take this blue, hope for yellow, and hope it's yellow. Oh, wait, we actually have an extra turn with invisible sight. What am I doing? We have that. Nice. Okay, we'll do that. Almost didn't notice that. What do we grab? Problem, though. And now we're still stuck on a bad board. Though he can't take a skull, so I could just pass my turn with something if I needed to. But I don't believe anything has alignment. Or at least not extra turn alignment. Which is what we need. Nope, doesn't look like it. So I guess I just passed my turn. What is the safest way to pass the turn on this board? Probably just taking the brown that actually tells us to take might actually be the safest, surprisingly. Okay. Do we have follow-up now? I would sure hope so. Doesn't look like it, though. Nope, no guarantee extra turns anywhere. Though we could easily just pass our turn again, so it's not too big a deal. We'll just take it with this green, I guess. Oh, wait. We have Quill alignment. Never mind. Let's go for that. Let's grab that. Divine Shpala. Hopefully have the purples for this. Yes, we do. Perfect. And that's match. That was a weird battle, and unfortunately we did die once, but it came through. Surprisingly, Gorgolfa dying too, but that's why we have Gorgolfa there. Counter those web spinners with that triple damage, gosh. Yeah, Orb Weaver's still pretty annoying. Hasn't been as annoying since they've nerfed it, but it's still pretty high up there. It's mostly life and death that makes it annoying, though. I don't feel like Orb Weaver itself is the annoying part. It's more so life and death that makes it annoying. Because Orb Weaver would be useless without life and death. They could buff it back to where it was before it was nerfed, and it would still be a relatively useless hero class without life and death. It's life and death that makes it ultra annoying. Also, speaking of that, you'll be able to get life and death soon. I believe the Silver Necropause event's coming around soonish. By soonish, I believe about 3 or 4 Tuesdays from now. There we go. So, what's my prediction for score? I feel like it's a 9,450. Oh, no, actually it did score 9,500 plus. Nice. Okay, that's a little bit higher than I thought it'd be. Sweet. 2 9,500 plus days in a row. Let's see. How do we do for guild rankings? Unfortunately, I did do a little bit bad there. But we ended up getting 52,092. Did anyone in my guild score higher? Actually, we might have gotten Paragon again with that. Did we really? Let's see. Also, why is everyone in my guild doing less than 50,000? But, well, actually, there's one person that didn't. But, yeah, I think we just got Paragon again. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th week in a row we got Paragon. Nice. And, we'll get to see exactly how 27 out of 30 works. Because we should be higher than rank 48th in this bracket. And even if we're not, once we get all the battles in, we should at least be 47th. But, we should be, like, 3rd. Once we get 27 out of 30, though. Like, somewhere around here. Because Strat Gem we're up against right now, and we're literally beating them. With, like, ratio. Well, we have a bit more battles. But even if you count 3 people, let's assume they do an average of 9,000 each. Which means basically all of them would have won all their battles. Even if we assume that, that is 27,000. Which would still put them a little bit short of us. And there's a good chance that one of them would lose. So, yeah. We're actually ahead of them right now then. But once 27 out of 30 takes place, we should shoot up. Because we're doing better than Strat Gem right now against them. And they're currently 4th. So we should be at least 4th if not higher. Once 27 out of 30 does take place. But anyways. So, other dailies and stuffs. Of course, don't forget to go do the faction. I don't feel like I'm going to go do the rest of my battles because that is very tedious. But don't forget to go do Pure Faction 500. Or if you're going to be doing it, that is. It's one of the useless delves, so you'd only really do it to get the faction done. It's definitely not a faction you'd bother farming. Because it's a pretty bad farm faction. So I'd probably skip on doing that, but, you know, doing Pure Faction is still relevant for it, as it is with every faction, regardless how useful it is. The troops aren't really that good for it either, outside of the game mode, but you still get them upgraded, of course, for Pure Faction's sake. Alright, what hero class am I currently leveling? Diabolist. Oh yeah, that makes sense. We're currently trying to get Diabolist to level 70. I currently have it at level 65. We'll probably get to, like, level 66 or 67 right now. And, it's currently the only hero class I have that is not level 70. We'll probably have that done in the next few days, passively, without even really going out of our way at all. Of course, we could easily get it done in like an hour and a half, but I'm not going to bother power grinding it. I'm just basically doing it off of dailies, for the most part. Like Adventure Board. Let's see. You play a 1,000 plus accounts, and Orb Weaver is mildly irritating. On your level 170 account, you just void it like the plague. Is it that annoying in early game? I don't feel like that many people would bother using Orb Weaver that early in the game. However, didn't the trait stones just come out for it, green-purple? I'm pretty sure Orb Weaver uses green-purple. So you could probably use the trait stones from this week in order to get it maxed. So maybe that's why so many people in early game have it. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I feel like the average early game player would not know that Orb Weaver is broken. Plus, they probably wouldn't have life and death. Though they would in a couple weeks. Hello, Steve. Welcome. Because Orb Weaver minus the summon doesn't really have too much. The only other really good thing it has going for it is it's the only hero class that has immune to mana drain, while also simultaneously having stealthy. So stealthy plus immune to mana drain makes it really annoying. And what makes it ultra annoying is that the fact that life and death gives it bless. So to have immune to mana drain and stealthy by default, and then being able to get bless on top of that is a really strong combo. But even just stealthy into mana drain immunity is a decent combo. If you look at it just from traits and nothing else, it actually has some of the best traits, if not the best traits of any hero class. Though Titan's 50% mana start's still pretty good for Giants. But it has one of the best trait setups of any hero class. Not necessarily the best perks, though it does have some pretty decent perks. But it definitely has the best traits, or among some of the best traits. I would still consider Titan better. Also, Sentinel isn't too bad for traits. It has 40% scroll reduction and a random barrier to a random ally at 25% chance per turn. And of course, Titan with his 50% is probably one of the more noteworthy ones. There's a few other hero classes that have the 20% too, but Titan just uses it the best. Okay, let's go through these as well. Get a key team down on it. Hello, AG Walker! Glad you could catch us alive again. It's hit or miss, mostly miss for the stream, so that's okay. Glad you could join us though. Hope you've had a good weekend. Speaking of classes, did you see Monk? Is that the next one coming up? Because I believe that's the only one that we still had info for. The other two I don't believe I have info on yet. But no, I did not look at it yet. I was waiting until we see all of them before I do. Because we're likely going to be able to see all of them as soon as next patch hits. I believe currently we can only see whatever the next one is. But there's 3 more hero classes coming into the game. February, March, and April. And we should be able to see what the other 2 are within the next few days, assuming patch comes out. Wait, can we already see it? I gotta double check. Last I recall, you can't see it yet. Actually, why am I doing it through this computer? I could just show it on screen. I already have the thingy up. Let's see. Also, I could always just be showing it on screen just by going into this if I really wanted to. But what am I looking for? I'm looking for classes. Oh, wait. We can already see all the info. Oh. Hold up. Wait, when did that happen? Apparently. Okay, never mind. We can already see all the info. I know we couldn't earlier. Strange. Because before it was all to be determined on most of them here. Oh, I need to go cover a video on every hero class in the game then. Because we finally have, we'll need to do that soon. Because we now finally have every single hero class in the game visible. Obviously, they don't all exist yet. But these are our last 3 hero classes that don't currently exist. But, yeah, we'll need to mess around with that later. But as far as what they do, oh gosh, there's no way to enlarge this text. It says, let's see, we got Barbarian. This one will be for Groshnock. It's coming out February 7th. And as far as its weapon, it deals magic +4 heavy splash damage to an enemy, boosted by skulls, and then stun the affected troop. So that's not going to be too good. However, there aren't too many weapons that heroes have that can stun. And he has War Tree, Forest Tree, and Storm Tree. That's not too bad of a combo. War Tree, most relevant thing is it has a lot of attack gains. It also has an Enrage option off of its second to last perk. It also gains +1 extra glory per PvP battle, but that's probably not going to be as useful. It's mostly used for its attack gain and Enrage. Forest Tree, most useful thing is it has Entangle. It's also sometimes used for its Green Storm, but mostly it's Entangle at the start of battle is what it's mostly used for. And Storm Tree is mostly used for its second to last as well, where it gets to explode every single extra turn. And this, of course, will count as an orc. And as far as its abilities, it gains 3 attack whenever it takes damage, has 20% agile, which is pretty useful on a type of hero class like this, and it gains 3 attack when matching red gems. Interesting. So kind of like a warlord in a way, just with slightly different trees. That's interesting. I don't feel like it's going to be meta, but it's not bad. As far as Monk, someone just mentioned to go over this one. This one's coming in March 13th. It has deal magic plus 5 heavy splash damage, or sorry, just normal splash damage to an enemy and the enemy below. And then, oh, that's actually decent damage then. And then stun and inflict bleed to the targeted enemies. Do you mean anything hit when you say targeted? If I'm reading that right, that's basically like the previous weapon, except nearly twice as good. Because not only are you stunning more enemies by doing that, but you're also... Actually, you're stunning the same amount, but you're also bleeding them. And you're almost getting double the amount of damage. The only difference is one is heavy splash for 75%, but this is doing 2 different hits while still having 50% splashes for them all. But if I'm reading that right, yeah, we're basically getting a hero weapon. Then we're getting a hero weapon almost twice as strong of it as it the following month. It's kind of funny. But other than that, it has life tree, stone tree, and water tree. Interesting. This is pretty relevant because of life and stone combo. This will be the first time ever where we can have a hero class that has barrier on brown while also having cleanse on extra turn. This is going to be super annoying tanky because all you have to do is just constantly keep taking extra turns off of browns. And not only do you constantly keep getting cleanse, but you're also going to constantly keep getting barrier. So that's going to be a really interesting combination there. You also have water tree, so you get to have submerge too. So it's going to be super tanky. You get a freeze at start of battle. Though, never mind. That might have overlap. I need to actually see what all 3 of the trees actually come out to. Because some of these you might not be able to do. Like, you might not need to drop the freeze for something else. Or you might need to drop the cleanse for something else. But I'm pretty sure you could definitely go to cleanse plus stun. I mean, the cleanse plus barrier. I'm not sure if you can go cleanse plus barrier plus submerge. That I don't think you can do. Let's see, at what perk is it on? Yeah, rock solid is... Yeah, you cannot go both rock solid and submerge, unfortunately. Never mind. However, you can go cleanse plus barrier. And you can gain extra life off a life tree. And you can still use snap freeze. I don't think anything else has a good first trait. Oh, yes. You'd have to go decide if you want 8 life or snap freeze. Though snap freeze is probably better for the first freeze of the battle. You also have immune to freeze off of insulated because I don't think you would use any of the other things there. Oh, yes, you would. You use purification. Okay, so what would be the full thing then? So probably resilience for the 8 life or for the snap freeze. Then you'd go cleanse off the second perk. Then you'd go then you'd probably go fast healing. I forget exactly what that is, but I believe you'd go either fast healing or stone circle. Probably fast healing though. I believe would be a little bit better. Then for the other one, you have what is watery binding? I actually forgot what that does. But I feel like that would probably be the better one there. And then you have stone mastery, or sorry, not stone mastery, rock solid, where you have barrier. You then have the choice of either enchant on green or 2 different +1s, of which you'd probably go +1 brown. And then for final trait, you obviously go fortitude, which is the immune to stun and all those other immunities like the dwarves have. And his unique trait is, oh wow, he has 20% dodge again. He has immune to mana drain, silence, and fairy fire, and mana burn, making him the second hero class with immune to mana drain. Gosh, how many things does this thing have immune to? Hold up. Wait. That is a lot of immunities. That means this thing has immune to stun, death mark, poison, disease, mana drain, silence, fairy fire, mana burn, freeze, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. That is a lot of immunities. They might as well have just given this hero class impervious. So this thing has cleanse for whatever stats effects it's still going to get affected with. Gosh, which I guess is curse and a few others. So it has cleanse. It has barrier every brown. It has freeze at start of battle. It has immune to like 10 different things. It has 20% scroll dodge. And I didn't even read its unique trait yet. It gains 3 mana when matching 4 or more gems. Oh gosh, that is broken. That's the most broken part. Wow. Yeah, Monk's going to be like the best hero class then. That's a lot of value. Yeah, that's going to be absurdly good. The only real big downside is he doesn't have an excessively good second last trait, oddly enough. But that shouldn't really be as big a deal. Like, it doesn't have an explode or anything like that, which generally gets a bit better value than the options that it does have. But, yeah, that's broken enough. That is a lot of things. But yeah, Monk's probably going to be the best hero class in the game then. And then we also get... oh, yeah, what does it count as? I didn't even read that. It's a Shen-Tang elf. Can they stop adding the same types? We already have so many types we haven't done yet. But they're adding a Shen-Tang elf. Oh, also, you can half mana start it. It doesn't naturally have half mana start. However, there's a troop you can place with it to give it half mana start. So you know what? That's probably the biggest downside that it actually has. It doesn't have a natural half mana start. I forgot about that. So Titan will still be situationally better than it because it has the explosion and it has half mana start. Titan does, whereas this has neither of those two options. But that is going to be a super broken hero class, though. Still, nonetheless. Especially if you just synergize it with the other troop that does give it the half start. Because the troop that does give it half start isn't even that bad. Might even be the replacement for Orb Weaver in some of those teams as well. Because it wouldn't have the constant summon, but it still has the synergy with the similar type of team that it gets used with. But anyways, because they're both elf-based. But anyways, the final one is Daemon for Cinder Mirage. Kind of fitting that Cinder Mirage is the final one to get a hero class, as it was also the final kingdom ever added to the game. Unless they're ever going to be adding more. But that comes out April 17th, and it deals magic divided by 2 plus 1 damage to all enemies for its weapon, and then converts yellow to Doom Skulls. Interesting weapon. I'm not sure if it's really going to be that useful, given that the Doomed Blades exist, and the Doomed Blade will actually be better than this thing. Not sure why they gave it half damage, because Doomed Blade does full damage. So, or not Doomed Blade, whatever the purple Doom weapon is called, Doom Scythe. It's basically going to be a weaker version of Doom Scythe, so I'm not quite sure what the purpose of this weapon will be, other than the fact that it can cast for 14 mana rather than 18. However, Doom Scythe is so superior that you're probably just going to use Doom Scythe instead, assuming you own it. However, I guess it is a good Doom Scythe alternative if you don't own it, I guess. But if you own Doom Scythe, there's no point in that weapon. And it has Chaos Tree, which makes sense, Life Tree, and Death Tree. Yeah, that makes about right. Life Tree seems a little bit out of place. Well, maybe not. So yeah, it seems rather average. Doesn't look like it's going to be that useful for anything. What's its unique trait, though? It gets to explode a purple at the start of battle, and its unique thing is a 25% chance to death mark a random enemy when matching 4 times or 5 times gems. That is a weird mechanic. You'd get a lot of death marks out of it. However, if you death mark something that's already death marked, it refreshes the timer. And given that it hits randomly with death mark, that could be a bit annoying. It's also going to be extremely RNG based and probably will never be used due to how luck based it is. But yeah, Monk seems very broken. Let me just do a full breakdown real quick of every immune that it has. Wait, let me go get this up on the other screen. I want to go and see every single immune. Let me go finish this battle. It has a absurd amount of immunes. I think it has 10, plus cleanse, plus barrier, plus 3 mana every what's it called? Every extra turn that it does. Alright, let me finish out this dungeon before I forget. Then we'll go and see how many immunities it actually has. But yeah, Monk might almost be the new Titan. Not exactly, because Titan will still be better than it in several situations. Titan I also feel like will still be more versatile. But gosh, it's definitely going to be like top 2, top 3 hero classes. The Monk. It also has the most amount of immune to than any hero class in the game. They might as well just give it impervious. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Get our key, and that'll be dungeons. Can you end your turn? There you go. Okay, let's go and read through all these now. Now that we grab that. Okay, so how many immunes does this thing have? So this hero class is going to have all these immunes. So let's start keeping count. So it's going to have immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, devour. That's right, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I did something wrong. Stun, poison, disease, death mark, devour. Oh, I read death mark as 2 different words, so that's why. Okay, so that is 5. So there's 5. Then it also has immune to freeze, 6. Though you have to specifically set that perk. However, there's no other good perk on that one. So you definitely go for it. Wait, what do you? Hold up. It's underneath Purification, though. Maybe you wouldn't go that. Yeah, never mind. You would have to sacrifice Purification for it. However, there is a chance that you might sacrifice for it, depending on the battle that you do. So we'll just count it. 6. However, that one is not automatic, that 6 one. Mana Drain, 7. Silence. Did the other one have Silence? No. 8. Fairy Fire, 9. And Mana Bird, 10. Yeah, it has 9 or 10. It has 10 if you set Insulated. And it has 9 if you don't set Insulated. However, if you don't set Insulated, you have Cleanse, which you can use for things like Curse, Freeze, and other things. So, it has 9 or 10 immunities. Let's just say 9. It has 9 immunities with Cleanse. Freeze at start of battle. Barrier on Brown. A +1 Brown that you can synergize with that. 3 mana every single extra turn. And that's it. That's all the things it has. Pretty much. But that's still a lot of things. Oh, also it has 20% Skull Dodge. I knew I was forgetting something. Gosh, that is strong. It does not naturally have a half mana start, though, which is probably its biggest downside. Any hero class that ever doesn't have a half mana start always has like some amount of problems. It's one of the reasons why Sentinel was never really used too much. Just because, yes, it's the tankiest hero class in the game from a Skull's perspective. However, it's a lot slower than other options. And obviously, one of the big value that you get in a lot of locations is actually to be able to win quickly, since a lot of things are farm-based in Gems of War. And, of course, the quicker you can accumulate resources, the better. And for that reason, it's not always good to have that safe of an option. For something like Delves or something, it could be. But generally, if you can go quicker, you want to go quicker. Anyways, let me go and farm this up a bit. We were going when using where to go? I want to go use the 5 trophy team. Where did my 5 trophy team go? Or my 2 trophy team, whatever it's called. The Explore 5 2 trophy team. Where did I put it? I thought it was right over here. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's go get this leveled a bit. But yeah, Monk Hero class looks nice. We're never getting a Warrior class unless they change Warden. Do keep in mind, hero classes are subject to change. I will probably be covering it in a video very soon. But hero classes are probably going to be reworked in the next... we don't really know exactly when. But probably in about another month and a half to 2 months. There is a chance that hero classes will be reworked. And we might be getting a new format for them. Like something else that we can level on them or something. Because they're likely going to completely rework how Thursday events work. To make them actually worth doing. And they might be adding even more grind to hero classes. Which will be somewhat unfortunate, but if they give something good in return, it might be worth it. But we'll see exactly what they end up planning on it. Maybe they'll just reduce the grind as well. You never know. Any suggestion on getting trait stones? Spam Explore like crazy. You get the minor ones, no problem. But major and epics mostly elude you because of troop level. Major shouldn't be eluding you. However, as far as the epic ones, the way that you end up accumulating the epic ones is pretty much from Explore. Explore has the highest rate of getting it. And if you can cycle through Explore 12 quickly, that's actually the absolute best way of doing it in any kingdom where you need to go and farm those trait stones from for your troops. Because you get a guaranteed arcane trait stone every single time you do the mythic battle. And you also have a chance of getting a trait stone or a higher rarity trait stone every single battle that you do. Explorer for every single battle has a higher rate of trait stone drops as far as rarity than any other location in the game. Not only that, but as I mentioned, you get a guarantee. You get the guarantee epic trait stone every single time you complete out the mythic battle. There's a 100% chance you get one on that battle. Theoretically, you can even get 2 because it doesn't even count as your drop. Yeah, Explorer is by far the best way to get trait stones, particularly the epic trait stones. So basically exactly what we're doing right now. However, you most likely might not have access to this team. So you can just do Explore 3 or Explore 2 with Rowan and do something like a Mountain Crusher, Rowan, Leprechaun, and one other troop. And just kind of run something like that. And if you can't do 3, you can do it at 2 as well. The only reason you normally see me running Rowan at 3 is because we have the stats to do 3. But it's perfectly fine to just run it at 2. The whole point is to win instantly or as quick as possible. Because trait stones, to my understanding, actually still do not get affected by rarity. Or by the difficulty you do. The medals do. But Explorer 1 and Explorer 12, to my understanding in the current state of the game, actually do give the exact same trait stone rates. The only thing that is ever so slightly different with the trait stone rate is the guarantee epic trait stone, which appears only when you end up getting to the mythic battle. And obviously you can cycle through the mythic battle a lot quicker if you're getting a lot more shards, and you get a lot more shards from the higher battles than the lower battles. As far as the actual drop rate per battle, it should be the exact same regardless of the difficulty you do. For medals, that is not the case, but for trait stones, it is. Steve, what was your previous comment? If a troop says it'll do something on 4 times or 5 times matches, will it do that effect on all gem matched extra turns or 4 times or 5 times matches? Wait, what? It only does it per instance, but it will do it to any amount. So if you get like an 8 times match, it will do it. But if you get something like a 4 times and a 5 times and a 6 times match simultaneously, it'll only trigger once. But if you get something like a 7 times match or a 6 times match, 8 times match, it will still count. Even though it says 4 times or 5 times, it also means anything above that as well. However, if you get multiple at the same time, it'll only trigger once. However, if you get one and then you trigger another one, it will trigger both of them independently. So, for example, if you create a bunch of red on the board and trigger 3 extra turns from that, it will only count once. However, if you do something like this and take this yellow and get an extra turn there and then get another extra turn after that, both of those extra turns would count independently and would give you the effect each time. What do we want here? Let's go for that. Dead. Get our splodies. And daddies. Also, we'll hand out a code once the Obelisk reaches 66. That's a pretty fitting level for it. Maybe we should keep it at that level. It's a pretty useless hero class. I'm almost not even kidding. Just because we don't need it for kingdom upgrades yet. And that's really the only reason for upgrading it, because I have no intention to ever actually use this hero class. So maybe just for fun, we actually will just leave it at 66. It'd be a pretty funny level to leave the Diabolist at. And then we can actually go level up useful hero classes that we might actually use. Like the Arc Magnus, so we can go give it that elemental bonus in case we ever do run a team that uses it. Which, even if we're using it with Vespera uses it, so we're already gaining a benefit just from that. Oh, it's so annoying going from 70 to 100. The amount of time it takes to go from 0 to 70 is the same that it takes to go from 70 to 100. It takes 2,525 EXP to get from 70, as well as to get from 70 to 100. Same amount of EXP. 70 is the halfway point. And then the first time you get 6 perks, and then the last half you only get 1 perk. And a lot of hero classes' final perk is just useless. But yeah, monk hero class might be a hero class to actually throw gems at, because that is really important to get max as soon as possible. So we might actually max it out the weekend it comes out. Definitely at least get to 70. But it gets a lot of immunities on the final one. It's like 5 immunities, one of which is stun. Immunity. Did I already do the Pure Faction run? Yes, we did it yesterday morning. Or afternoon, I should say. But yeah, we did it yesterday afternoon. You're trying Archer team, but can't get the traits to get the 50% mana start. What other options do you have? Because you might not need to run Archer yet with it. Because as long as you have Rowan with a quick mana generator, like Firebomb, Leprechaun, or something, you can just feed it that way. Also, some hero classes, depending on if you've leveled them, might have a natural 50% mana start. There are many hero classes that you can level up within about an hour or so that can reach a 50% mana start. Actually, maybe it's a little bit longer than an hour. Probably take a few hours. But there are hero classes that, without even needing any traits, do naturally get a half mana start if you're looking for that specifically. Good night, Steve. We'll catch you later. Yeah, I'm probably going to be wrapping up soon myself, actually. As soon as we get this level, we'll probably wrap up for tonight and hand out code. Which I should probably hand out code now then. If we're going to wrap up when we get the level. Because I still haven't handed out code yet, so let me go do that right now. One moment. Code time. Oh, so I still need to go cover a video for the overview of this week. Even though the week will already be over, I do want to just get an overview out. Like I do for the other one I still don't have up yet. I'm probably going to post them. I'm actually probably going to post them after I post the video for Monday. And a video for Monday I should hopefully have up by noon. That is the goal. We really need to get better at getting them on up on time. Last few weeks is mostly just because I've been feeling meh. But I'm feeling better now, so. I just got really depressed the last few weeks for whatever reason. Like a really kind of like antisocial depressed. It doesn't probably show up on stream as much because I'm just good at like constantly talking. But also, why are none of these codes working? Did I do the wrong section? Wait, why on earth are none of these codes working? Or did I just forget to mark them down for that long? Gosh. Apparently I just forgot to mark them down for that long. Let me go mark them right now. Wow, we're down like several codes. 1 second. I want to make sure I mark it. Also, I really hate, honestly, I hate the new format of the forum. I might need to go back to the classic mode. I need to go find where the setting is for that. I just can't get used to it. It really bothers me. Let's see. Though I somewhat hated the new forum too when we switched out of the old forum. I just hate change apparently. I don't know. The main thing that really throws me off, more so than anything, is the fact that it highlights in red. I cannot get over that. There's just a weird way to highlight things. But anyways, there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy and paste random numbers and letters. And it gives the same thing as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And feel free to leave a like on the stream. Definitely helps out a lot. As Decrell mentions. Go get Splodin for now. Grab herself the red there. And he be dead. Okay, I don't need to move that. We'll just go directly for the brown. Splodin again. Anyways, Phoenicia. He's already dead. Come on, give us that final Diabolus level. I think I am actually going to keep it at 66. Just because it's funny and we don't have any actual immediate need to get to 70 yet. And then once we need to get it to 70, it's not going to take that long to go from 66 to 70. It's going to be like months before we need to get to 70. Actually, could literally be over a year depending on when it finally gets more troops. Actually, what kingdom is Diabolus attached to? I actually completely forget. Blighted Lands. Is Blighted Lands even 10-star yet? Now that I think about it. Wait, is Blighted Lands even 10-star? It is not. Wow. Why is it so low? It's not even 10 star yet. It's 1 troop off of 10 stars. Wow, that is low. Yeah, we don't need level 70 until like what? Level, I'm not sure. 17, 18, 16? It's a pretty high number. It is far away from it, that's for sure. So yeah, we don't have any immediate need to get that even remotely close. Because I believe you need 70 for 16, I want to say. Somewhere around 16. Yeah, and the only really annoying thing about depression in correlation with being self-employed is that it makes it so you make like barely any money. Because if I don't feel motivated to do anything, like with a normal job, you could still make pretty much the full amount, even if you don't feel motivated, as long as you like literally show up. Whereas that's not the case for being self-employed. Let's see. We'll go through that down. Then we'll get Phoenicia down. Get explosion. And he's dead. There we go. There's a level 66. Now we have a level 66 Dabalist. Because why not? Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Because next hero class we're probably going to go for is, oddly enough, back to Archmagus. I want to go get Archmagus, I believe, to level 100 before next Guild War. Where is it? It's alphabetical order. Still can't find it. But yeah, it's level 71 right now. I want to get to 100 by next Guild War, ideally. So we have a month to do that since we just finished Guild War now. So yeah, that will be our goal. Get that to level 100 before next Guild War. And then we'll slowly start working up the other hero classes. And by the time that happens, Monk will be happening in about 2 months from now. And the other hero class will get to like 70. And then we could focus on Monk to 100 because Monk is going to be very useful. I still feel like Titan's going to be better than it overall. But it's definitely not a bad hero class. It's going to be one of the best few. The new one coming in 2 months from now. But yeah, we pretty much have every hero class at 100. I mean, at 70. Dabalist is like the only one that isn't. But at this point, I'm just going to kind of consider it at 70. Just because we're going to keep it at 66 just for fun. Because it's a funny number for it. But yeah, I'll pretty much wrap it up then. Anyone else have any other questions before I wrap? Before I do end up ending out the stream? Let's see. Yeah, luckily I don't get migraines. I used to pretty bad, but I don't anymore, which is nice. Migraines are really annoying. Let's see. Not as annoying as depression, though. It's more annoying in a painful way. Let's see. But yeah, anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. We'll be going over the new event and everything with it. Lunar New Year next week as well, and we'll be getting a pet for it. Possibly a bunch of other things coming into the game too, and some free stuff probably too, especially if we're getting next patch. Next patch might be happening in the next few days. They're likely going to be running some kind of adventure board thing on a couple of the days, or at least one of the days if we do get it. It's one of the new features coming in next patch. So they're probably going to utilize it almost immediately. If they don't do it for Lunar New Year's, they're going to do it for Valentine's Day, because I believe that's the next big holiday. And other than that, that's pretty much everything. Oh, and we're getting Bounty Hunter this Friday. But anyways, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back soon. Thank you so much for stopping by again. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. And don't forget, if you still need to go complete it out, you still have several more actions to go, several more hours to go do factions if you want. And this is one of the more annoying level 500 peer factions. So if you still have the capability to go and clearing it out, you might want to consider it. As it is very, very annoying to do without potions. And this weekend was the only time when we had 3 days for it. If you ever try doing into the future with the potions, you're going to have to do it in 1 day on a Tuesday event. So if you've already started and almost got it done, you might as well consider getting it done in the next several hours. But anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Have a wonderful time, and thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone.